We back at T. Yes, Sirski. Health, wealth, and sex. We added with our health, health awareness. I ain't gonna say education, because I ain't trying to overstate my title. You hear me? I don't even like titles. So I'm gonna say health awareness. For today's video, for health, wealth, and sex, underlining health, we're going into some of the common health complications that we are becoming, we are being susceptible to younger and younger. That's exactly what I want to say. A lot of this stuff is used to be happening to our uncles, our aunties, our grandmothers at later ages. But now we start to see these problems or conditions start to affect us younger and younger, which is in return slowing our health rate down, slowing our progression down, and also ultimately giving us a shorter lifespan. First up is elimination diet. A lot of us don't like to, or don't think they need to, or don't think is necessary to eliminate certain things out of their diet, as far as a lot of sugar intake or a lot of greasy saturated fat, as far as McDonald's, KFC's, the god dang buffets, any type of fast quick food that you can think of, Taco Bell's, the Denny's, even sit down restaurants are just as bad as fast food. They just prepare theirs at a slower rate than fast food, obviously, because you're sitting down at the restaurant. So the thing is about elimination diet. You don't have to cut out everything that you like, as far as beef and pork and sodas and desserts and all of this other type of shit that you may indulge in. You just have to make a conscious choice to have an elimination diet, which is I'm going to eliminate some things slowly but surely. So first, you can start off with this, just like me and my other half. We started off, we cut off beef. Then we went to not eating as much fast food, and then we started to implement more vegetables and more herbs as the time progressed. So the elimination diet is not something that is going to happen overnight, or it's not something that has an end to it. It's just overall health awareness of, as you progress and get older, we need to continue to eliminate unhealthy eating habits out of our diet. Yes, sir. We still going. Right here. Don't mind my illustration. Health, wealth, and sex. Man, I'm a creator at heart. I'm an artiste at heart. I'm versatile at heart. This is going to be the only channel on YouTube in the near future that has just an abundance of different and a variety of different perspective of everything that people do these days, but a lot of people only have certain channels that tailor to certain things that we do. This channel will be broad. This will be, you'll be able to click on one video and go to the next one. It's gonna be like you turn to a whole nother channel. I'm watching BET, now I wanna watch VH1. Oh, I'm watching VH1, now I wanna watch Food Network channel. Or I'm watching Food Network channel, now I wanna go to the History channel. This is what type of YouTube channel this is. TV La Star for the Star Nah. The next one is digestive issues. A lot of people have bowel movement issues. A lot of people have built up shit in their system. A lot of people don't want to take awareness to it because it just sounds gross. It sounds unhealthy. It sounds unnatural just to have an abundance of built up shit with inside your intestines. But in reality, a lot of people do, and there's a lot of kids that are becoming more and more susceptible to digestive issues as well because of the high saturated fat that they consume from these fake ass McDonald's fries or chicken nuggets or a whole bunch of sugary drinks or a whole bunch of chips or a whole bunch of candies and different shit like that. So digestive issues is a underlying cause of a lot of serious diseases that we see in the younger generation, as far as heart attacks, diabetes, high cholesterol, um, and just a wide number of different things that can be caused by not eating right, and then your organs or your intestines not being able to properly flush out some of the byproduct of the shit that we eat, which just gets stuck in our system, which is a lot of heavy pork, like pork loin, pork chops, a lot of heavy beef, ground beef, burgers and shit like that, greasy meats and shit that you really can't exclude any of the fat that's within the meat. That's what causes digestive issues, where you backed up and you feel like you can't shit, or you constipated a lot. And there's a lot of this goes to drinking alcohol as well. This can back you up for digestive issues. So it's just a lot of things that we need to pay attention to that goes inside of our guts, aka our intestines. And for the next one, number 3, weight management. That goes into number 2. If you worry about, this is why we have a lot of weight carried on to us, because we have a lot of stuck food and stuck shit in our intestine, which in return starts to bloat us. And that's why you see a lot of people look like they're not really fat, but they look like they're bloated more or less. And this is the built up shit within their intestines, and that's not good, because over time, if you don't take the proper colon cleansers or eat the proper greens and herbs like we see on this thing, veggies, this is a lot of things that can clear your intestines out. Spinach, carrots, broccoli, sweet potatoes, Brussels sprouts, mushrooms, asparagus, beets, bell peppers, onions, and garlic. It's simple stuff like that that can help balance some of the heavy meats we put inside our body. But a lot of us eat more meat and less vegetables. And I'm not talking about the pyramid, that bullshit pyramid thing that they had us looking at in school. No, I'm talking about overall health for the future, so we'll be able to see the future. The weight management goes into what is already built up with inside your intestine. It's not necessarily about what you eat, but it's about if what you eating ain't getting properly flushed out, which will in return have you gaining more and more weight. Abnormal lab valves. This could be an underlying thing from not enough minerals and vitamins within your body. A lot of us don't take supplements, and a lot of us don't even eat the right foods that have some of those nutrients within it. So this could cause underlying issues with when you go into the hospital and giving blood tests and different things like this. Or this can make you, abnormal lab valves can make you more susceptible to certain illnesses because of the lack of minerals that's with in your that's operating, the lack of minerals that's not operating within your body. So we all, every human being needs certain minerals and vitamins and herbs and foods to run properly, just like a car. We ain't gonna go around putting the wrong gas in our car just because we want to. No, we're gonna put the right gas in the car because we know that's what makes it run. So if we looked at and take care of ourselves like we took care of some of our material possessions, we would live longer in return. And number 5 is mood disorder. A lot of people are walking zombies because all they walk around and do is eat meat all day. And then if you go to the stores, and if you, anybody that's aware of what's really going on, then you look at how people actually moving around the store. They look like the Walking Dead, and most people are going there to get just the scrap, the bottom barrel of majority of the produce or products at the store. As far as they're going to get the cheapest chicken, they're going to get the cheapest big ass 50-pound tube of ground beef. They going to get the package that don't say no name, just got pork chops in it. You just know it pork chops in there. They don't tell you where it come from or nothing. It just goddamn say pork chops on it, which is a clear package. These are the shit that people are going to walking into the store and get. And then this is what's a mood disorder. So when people have the lack of abundance of eating certain things or getting their guilty pleasures, it starts to in return make people act a certain way or causes them to have mood disorders as far as being more irritable, more aggressive, more on the defense and not more, or more emotional and not logical. So the more meat we intake, the less logical we become. And the less meat we intake, the more logical we start to become. Fertility issues. My wife could probably talk about that way more than I can. So I'm going to skip that one. Number 7, eating disorders. A lot of people are picky eaters, but the shit that they choose to pick, only raccoons and possums will eat that shit. So I mean, that's garbage. That's what I mean. So the majority of people that's picky eaters, I'm not saying everybody that's picky eaters, because I'm a picky eater. So I choose not to go to fast food restaurants because I know that they're not going to cook it my way. I choose not to go out to sit down restaurants because I know they're not going to prepare it the way that I would like to. Or if I do go out to certain restaurants, then I have to give extra stipulations and extra directions or instructions on how I would like my meal to be prepared. So this is why I don't take the time to go out anymore. I'd rather just prepare it myself, because why put that burden on somebody else that don't even care about their health that much in return to try to cook my stuff with more care and passion when they don't even care about the food that they eating and how it's prepared. So you can't necessarily just assume that people is going to prepare your food the best way because they don't even care about the food that they eat. This is why I say picky eaters, eating disorder. People think they have an eating disorder or think they're picky eaters, but in reality, you just choosing to eat whatever makes you feel comfortable or whatever more convenient to you and whatever more pleasing to your taste buds. So a lot of people that say they picky eaters, they're not actually picky eaters, because if you were a picky eater, you would be picking more of the best and less of the rest. Number 8. Check my time stamp. I need some water. Water. Shout out to Good Burger, man. Water. Number 8, meal planning. Hold on, I do plan my meals, man. If I know I want to go have a seafood boil today, and I know I might want shrimp Alfredo this weekend, you fat bitch, that ain't meal planning. Meal planning is thinking ahead and saying, I know I want this, but is it the best thing I should have? So if I want a seafood boil, then maybe start to implement more vegetables or more things into the seafood boil instead of just a whole bunch of sodium, goddamn fucking the roach of the sea, the goddamn rat of the sea, and everything under the damn barrel. That's all people doing what they quote unquote meal planning. Meal planning is preparing your week mentally by saying, okay, cool, I want to be able to eat. I'm gonna try to eat a few meals with beans in it this week. I'm gonna eat a few meals also with rice sometime this week. I'm gonna eat a few meals with some herbs or some greens in it. I'm gonna eat a meal that has more vegetables in it. Or I'm gonna have a meal on the side of, I'm gonna have a meal with that has more minerals or omega-3s. Different shit like that. The seafood boy don't got no omega-3s. They don't even put good seafood in that shit. They give you the bottom of the barrel, motherfucker, because they getting lobster and shrimp. They actually live in life. That's the bottom of the fucking barrel. Rich people don't even care about lobster. They eat mussels and goddamn clams and scallops and shit like that. So this is why I say people be trying to live a life that they never gonna live up to. So you might as well start just living the way that you should live, which is more healthy. So start meal planning, which is just putting it in your brain that you're going to eat certain types of meals throughout the week. And then when you go out to the store, then you can decide to get those things. And if you ignore what you had already planned mentally, then that's on your own fat ass prerogative. And this is why a lot of women now are becoming more and more out of shape and out of weight because they no longer are gardeners. They no longer are connected to just flowers and the herbs around. They too connected to Cardi B, loving hip hop, and social media. And then all these motherfuckers on social media just eat shrimp and shit. So this is what I say. When it goes back up to digestive issues, a lot of shrimp that holds a lot of mercury. A lot of lobster and a lot of that type of shit holds a lot of mercury. And a lot of that corn and shit and potatoes that they put inside them seafood boil, a lot of that shit is genetically modified corn and potatoes. So none of that shit is actually fucking real. So y'all paying top dollar for the bottom barrel of the sea. So start to actually think about what you're doing when you eating it, not after you eat and say, "Oh, this was good, but I know it really ain't good for me. But fuck, I'm gonna get some more." Nah, plan to eat outside of your norm. Athletic performance. A lot of us don't have that much athletic performance anymore because it's about the things that we eat. So we don't even have the endurance to go on a marathon or to go on a day's hike through the mountain. We don't have the endurance or the athletic performance to go on a camping trip outside of comfortability, outside of a warm bed and heat and a working stove and shit like this. It's because all about the shit that you eat, which is stopping you mentally from even being able to logically know what to do in a circumstance as far as having to fend for yourself or just going on a day's hike. There's nothing wrong with testing your endurance, testing your will to push forward when you don't have certain things. And this is why they do that in sports a lot. In sports, they have a lot of diets and a lot of nutritionists that come in and tailor what the athletes are eating or should eat or shouldn't eat, especially when it really matters, or especially when they are more high value players like LeBron and Stephen Curry. You don't think these people have nutritionists and people that plan their meals out and shit like that? You damn wrong. Exactly. So this is why we already in the future with our perspective of our career, where we going. And number 10 is you need to have a desire to improve your eating habits. A lot of people don't have that desire to eat healthy because they feel like, oh well, I'm gonna die anyway. So you rather just die fat, obese, and unhealthy. So you rather die in the most horriblest, unhealthiest fashion, rather just live out your life and just pass peacefully. You rather just die from heart disease from eating certain shit, or die from goddamn obesity, or die from diabetes, or die from high cholesterol and a goddamn high blood pressure and all this shit. No, we should desire to improve our eating habit so we can then desire to enjoy some of the things that we want in the future, which is more material possessions or more freedom and more resources to be able to go on more vacations and just enjoy our life while we got it. So it's been real. Ayabo TV La Star for the Star and I, and this is Health, Wealth, and Sex. We gone.